Wise Guys Cooking is brought to you by Everson Spice, Restora Concrete Designs, Catalina Express, and Bonded Roofing. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Frankie.
Well, folks, we've got a great show for you tonight. I don't know about you, but every time I turn on the TV, it's politics, politics, politics. Some people think that the elections in Chicago are crooked. Well, I got a little suspicious myself when I heard they counted Al Capone's absentee ballot. A reporter said to the mayor, what would you do with the prostitution bill? He said, I'll pay it. It is getting harder and harder to see a doctor nowadays. So I went to this drive-in clinic, and when I got up to the front there, I asked the doctor what to do about a broken leg. He said, learn how to limp. My doctor called me last week and he said, Frank, your check got returned. And I said, so did my hernia. Well, folks, stick around. We got a great lineup for you tonight. Thanks for watching. We'll be right back. Hey, folks, we've got our Wise Guys band leader here today, Tony Pomponio.
Hey.
How you doing, Tony?
Frank, how you doing? Doing good. Ladies and gentlemen, please, a hand for the Wise Guys, the band. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, I'm so happy to be here again, and I hope every week. I got to tell you a little story, though. I talked to my father, Rocco, in Italy the other day, and I says, Pop, I'm very happy to be on the TV now. You know what he said? It's a good thing. Otherwise, you could be over here at the prosciutto factory with me and your grandpa, Farmer Giovanni.
Farmer Giovanni.
Anyway, as happy as I am, I'm a very lonely guy. I spend a lot of time in the class to learn to speak a little better English because, in this country, you need to learn the language.
And I've been noticing that, too.
Thank you very much. I'm appreciated that. But I'm a lonely. When I arrived over here, if you remember the story, I came with my Italian monkey, and he left me for some pignoli nuts in Italy. And now he's a gigolo, big famous guy. Then my poor wife, she come to see me down the stairs in the, the aisle down there, and she sleep on the shit, the paper, and boom, finito, dead. So I called my father Rocco one more time, and I said, Pa, I need somebody. He said, get a dog. I said, a dog? When I used to play in the L downstairs over there, the dog used to piss on my legs. I don't like these dogs. So I think about it. I said, I need a fish. So I went to the store, and I go, nice big store, lots of fish. I found a beautiful Italian fish. They call it beta.
Beta fish,
Yeah, it's in a jar, like a salsa.
Gotta be Italian.
So I bring it home. I put them in a nice pasta bowl, beautiful, nice pasta bowl. And I put a few meatballs inside there for the rocks. And I put some trees, some fig trees and some grapevines, looking good.
Yeah.
So I said, I love this fish so much, I got to give him a name. I might name him Tony Soprano. My new best friend. I'm the happiest guy in the world. Salute! But I had a little problem. He didn't like the fish food. Because every morning I go over there, I go poo 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 poo, and he go poo 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 with his nose on the glass, and we say hello to each other, and I put a little bit of food inside there. He don't want to eat. I said, Manaj, what's going on over here? And I finally figured it out. This is an Italian fish. He needs some pecorino romano.
That'll do it.
I went to the refrigerator. I got the little pecorino put inside there, and he looked at me. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Happiest guy. He was happy. And he go like this. Like this. Then one day, it got my heart almost broke. I went inside the room, and I see Tony Soprano. He was like this. Not like this, but like this. On the side. And I said, Tony, what's the matter with you? I think he's sick. So I called the doctor. I said, hey, doctor, I got a sick fish over here. He said, I don't want to help with the fish. You got to go to the fish store and buy the medicine. So I got in the car. I went to the fish store, and I tell the guy, hey, my fish is sick. I need something for him. He goes, I got just the thing for you. He brings a nice bottle. Looks like a salsa, like red sauce. And he said, this will make him feel better. I said, okay, how much? $19.99. $19.99? The fish was $4.99.
You could have bought more fish. Several.
Buy a new fish.
I cannot believe this. But you know what? I took it anyway. I put the medicine in there. Tony went from like this, the next day, back to normal. Boop, 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 boop. We say hello every day. So a couple of days went by, and it was a very sad morning. I look in the bowl, no like this, no like this. It was like this on the top. On the side. It turned maybe a little yellow. And I said, oh my God, something's wrong with my fish. So I called my best friend. By the way, my best friend, his name is Stu. He's a Jewish guy, Stu Gatz. Okay? Very nice guy. So he said, I'll help you. I'll come down. We're going to flush it down the toilet. I said, down the toilet? I cannot flush Tony Soprano down the toilet. Are you kidding me? So he come over. But I remember when he was on his way, I watched a movie with that Brad Oliver Pitt. Remember that? You know that guy? Somebody shot him with the arrow in the ankle over there. And he died. I don't know how he died from that, but he died. And instead of putting him on the ground, they made a big, beautiful thing over there. They put him on top, and they light the match, and they burn him. It's like a cremation. So I think about it. I say, Tony Soprano's not going to go in the toilet. I love this fish. I'm going to put him on the barbecue. I light the barbecue. Poof! There's Tony Soprano. I got him in the box.
You still kept him.
You can hear it. He's got a lot of little pieces in there.
Yeah.
And I still love this fish. He's going to be my best friend forever. So.
Oh, my God.
So we invite everybody over to my place for a cremation, barbecue.
Oh.
And we're going to barbecue some bigger fish. And I invite everybody here to go with us to the barbecue to my house Saturday.
That's very nice, Tony. Well, listen, folks. Want to thank Tony for being here today and sharing that story.
Thank you.
We're going to take a short break.
Gracias.
We'll be right back.
I gotta get my luggage packed.
Back by popular demand, you ask, he tells, Tony, the Godfather Di Giolando. Godfather, I have some letters from people asking for your advice. Elaine Mungo from Gary, Indiana. Godfather, how can I tell if I'm getting too heavy?
You'll know you're gaining weight if your panty line is down by your ankles.
Marie Fiorito writes, my 16-year-old daughter wants to get a tattoo of a cruise ship on her right breast.
Give her my advice. When she's 80 or 90 years old, her breast is going to look like the Titanic right after it got smacked by the iceberg. Capiche?
Joe Parmesano writes, Godfather, what's the difference between baseball and politics?
In baseball, when you steal something, you're out. But in politics, you get reelected.
Thank you, Godfather, for your words of wisdom. Don't go away, folks. We'll be right back.
Evening, folks. I got great news you could forget about. News that nobody wants to hear. Just off the press, I have two brothers have been arrested in California on burglary and felony charges after breaking into a church naked. This just in. A man is suing the Department of Motor Vehicles. He wants his gender changed on his driver's license to potato. You know, folks, I didn't write this. It's on the paper. Okay. Flash from Walter Windshield. No, not that one either. Okay, I got one. A doctor met a patient in the hall, wanted to know if the patient was on his way to therapy. He said, "Are you coming or are you going?" The man said, "If I knew that, I wouldn't be here." A new study on older people. It shows you can tell when you're losing your teeth. That's when you have to put tenderizer on your puffed rice. It's on the paper. Okay. Last but least, some cemeteries are offering a new layaway plan. That's right. People that just got buried can sign up for the internet and answering service for 10 years. That's the news for now. The nose knows. Yeah.
Welcome to Wise Guys Cooking. My name is Rebecca Romano. This is my Uncle Frank.
Hello.
Thank you for coming and being with
I'm
us.
lovely.
So grateful. Today is a very special day because we are Italian, and every Italian, it's kind of a thing to know your pizza. I guess it's, you know, people assume that every Italian knows pizza, and I think that is a proper assumption. What do you think?
Well, of course. Well, it was invented in Naples,
Exactly.
and that's it. And that's the world over.
Thank you.
That's it. Yeah, you can do it. Show me.
I'm going to do it. And I'm going to do it the way that we do it. We do it Chicago style because we are Chicago.
Pizza.
We are Chicago pizza.
Pizzas.
We are Chicago pizza. That is what we are. Okay, so pizza does take a little time. Luckily, I have my uncle here who made the dough for us today, which is going to be flour, water, and butter.
Right.
And it's really important that you
Knead it.
You knead it and you let it rest for about an hour so that it gets to its proper form. But the most important thing is to keep flour on hand when making your pizza because the dough never stops kneading it. Get it? It never stops kneading it.
You got it. You're good, girl.
All right, so we're gonna put a little flour on our dough, and then we're gonna spread a little on the board here.
Right. Exactly.
Isn't it fun? This is such a wonderful thing because
Yeah,
we
right.
get to be messy, and a beautiful product comes out of this
you have
messy
idea.
thing.
The whole world loves pizza.
The whole world loves
It'll
pizza.
tell you.
I don't think I can trust people that don't eat pizza.
Well, maybe in some places they don't know about it yet. So
Okay.
maybe we could send them some over. That's all.
Well,
We'll do it.
Thank God we're here. Okay, so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to need to put this in a ball form. That's why I roll it like this to try and get it in a ball form.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason you want to do that is that's what makes the pizza crust a proper circle, right?
Right.
But I'm going to be needing my rolling pin. Can you grab that for me, please?
Sure. Where's that?
Thank you, Uncle Frank.
Where is it?
There we go.
Okay. Here we go.
Uncle Frank, what is that?
Oh, this is
The
what I
bocce
use.
ball.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh. Get out of
You
here.
people, where is it?
Get out of here. How are you going to roll pizza with a bocce ball? He's
Well,
so
it's-
funny.
Everybody has their own way.
Let me see. Hold on. Up there it is.
There you go. There you go.
So it's really important that you put a little flour. Get out of here, your bocce ball. It's really important that you put flour on
Right.
your
No,
rolling pin.
Otherwise it sticks.
That's right. And then we're just gonna roll it in all equal directions. You know, turn. You don't.
So dainty.
Thank you.
Get into it.
I'm trying. So much cooking today. You're right, though. We gotta get in there.
Yeah, get
So-
into it. Yeah.
Here we go. Maybe I might need that bocce ball.
Looking good. Yeah, well,
baby
I used to
rolling.
use it. It was
Okay. Now we're gonna take our pizza crust and set it aside for a moment. And this is the pan that we're gonna use. And the reason we're using this pan is because in Chicago we do deep dish pizza. We don't do thin crust. We do deep dish thick crust, right?
I don't know. Our ancestors would be rolling in their graves.
I don't.
They have pizza now. They have chicken and they have pineapple. I mean, my God, what is that? That's not the way it's supposed to be. But anyway,
The evolution, right?
things evolve. That's for sure.
Okay, so we get our pizza in our deep dish pan, and this is going to be a pretty thick crust, and you got to have it kind of overlapping, but not too much.
Right.
So
Perfect.
here we go. Get it in there. And I put a little oil in the pan, first of all, which I probably should have told you about right away, but I'm still traumatized from the bocce ball incident. So we get a little oil in the
You get
pan.
over it. Yeah,
I'll get
yeah.
over it. I'll get over it eventually. And we're going to set that aside.
Perfect.
Before I get into the sauce, I do want to tell you a little bit about our history.
Go.
My Uncle Frank is my mother's brother, and our Nona came from Italy, and she took the boat out here and landed in Chicago and brought her recipes with her
From Naples.
from Naples.
Okay.
And it was really important to her that she passed down her recipes, but she also wanted to leave the element of growth, so she left the main ingredients up to us. And with pizza, one of the main ingredients that I've decided to use is these hot peppers that are fresh grown in the garden, and they're spicy and tangy and delicious. And that's what we're gonna top our pizza off with later.
Yes.
Right?
A lot of olive oils in there.
It's true.
Yeah, fabulous,
It's true. It's the
fabulous.
only way. Nona was so smart. Okay, so
Go
here we
for
go. Our sauce is about 12 tomatoes. They've been boiled. And we're gonna put very, very important staples in a pizza sauce. And wouldn't you suggest that oregano is one of those important staples?
Yes. Now there you get that.
You know, you're gonna, with herbs, you can always use, and I preach this, I can't preach it enough. With herbs, you're always gonna wanna use double the amount that you would ordinarily use if they're fresh. If they're dried, you can use what the
Always,
recipe
everything
calls
have
for.
to be fresh.
Everything has to
Nothing
be fresh.
frozen, nothing, just fresh.
Everything has to be fresh.
Like
and
mama.
you know, like mama.
Like mama used to do.
Like mama used to do. So I like to chop up the oregano just a little bit to release the smell. Can you
Yes.
smell that? Isn't that
Right,
beautiful?
right.
We're using about, a handful, which would be traditionally called a cup. And we put that in our sauce. And we're gonna use garlic as well because I don't recognize many dishes that come from Italy that don't have garlic.
Bingo.
Bingo bango. So there we go. We've got our garlic clove.
You ready?
Whack.
There you
That's
go.
It. Whack it.
A lot of people don't know how to do that, you know.
I know.
Very
All you-
simple.
well,
Very
I should
simple.
explain. Basically, what you're going to do is you're going to peel your garlic. You're going to make sure that it's properly peeled, and then you're going to put it at the palm of your hand, and you're going to press it down. That's going to
Juice.
crack it, and
The juice comes out, right.
that's it.
You're so smart for so young girl.
Well, thank you.
Oh,
I learned it from you.
you're so
So
kind.
I previously, to save a little bit of time, chopped up a few
Okay.
garlic cloves. We're going to add that in there, if you don't mind scooping it with your spoon.
Oh, sure.
Thank you very much. And salt and pepper, dash of pepper. I like
Oh.
to use about, what do you say? That's about 2
That's
pinches.
good, that's good, that's good.
A little bit of salt.
Yeah.
There we go.
Should
We've been simmering. That is some aggressive stirring, Uncle.
Oh, yes.
So we're gonna stir. Make sure that you infuse all of your flavor. So important, right? Doesn't that look just beautiful? So our tomato sauce is pretty thick. It's really nice to have thick tomato sauce because it's kind of key component with deep dish pizza. Now,
Okay.
one thing that makes deep dish pizza a little bit different than other pizza is we put all of our ingredients at the bottom of the pan.
Absolutely right.
Right? And we put our tomato sauce on top.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little secret if you don't already know.
Don't tell anybody.
Don't tell anybody. So I think what we're gonna do first is our cheese.
Cheese.
I've got fresh mozzarella here. It's fresh mozzarella slices, I should say, not straight fresh mozzarella. But this'll do. This is what you want. We're gonna do about 12 slices. So you're gonna put that at the base of your pan, and I will be showing that to you guys. Triangles going around here. You like that?
You got a good touch.
Thank you. You got to keep it really cohesive so that the.
That's it.
And then we put a single slice in the center.
Perfect.
Maybe we'll save this. The more cheese, the merrier, right?
Yep.
Okay. Now we're gonna cut off the side here. It's really important to cut this off because
You look so much neater. Huh?
it does. And you know, I waited a second to do that because I needed the dough to settle for a minute to get kind of comfortable, but we're gonna go ahead and commit to it right
Comfortable
now.
dough. I like
Comfortable dough. There we go. So, gonna go ahead and
that. Looks good.
thank you. Now we'll clean it up. All right. There we go. And here's the fun part is we're gonna put the pepperoni on it. Would you like to help me with that?
Sure.
I'd love your help. So there's no such thing as too much pepperoni,
that's
right?
right.
So you can just kind of go nuts with it. Just put it all over. As you can see here, we have our mozzarella covering the bottom, and
Yep.
now we're just kind of putting pepperoni. You wanna have pepperoni in almost every bite. So we separate the pepperoni, put it everywhere. So here we go. We've got our pepperoni on there. It's beautiful, it's ready. And I'm gonna put a little bit of pepper, just a little bit of flavor.
Love that pepper.
Just a little bit of pepper. And a little bit of cheese, just a
Right,
tiny little
right,
bit. And then
right.
we're gonna cover it with the tomato sauce.
Okay.
So
Here we
by
go.
now the tomato sauce should be ready.
Yes.
You've let it simmer for about, I'd say 20 to 30 minutes.
Yep.
You know, let's smell it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful. Isn't that beautiful?
Wonderful.
And I like to pick up the pan. Pick up the pan with the hand that you don't write with, because that way you can control it with your spoon. And you're just gonna spread it like this. Evenly spread all around the pizza.
Oh, it's looking so good.
And there's no such thing as too much sauce. I like to use the entire 12 tomatoes. All right.
Look at that.
So now we're gonna lightly spread the pizza sauce around like this, right?
There you go.
And you can't see anything. You can't
No,
see
no, it's all finished. All
all
covered.
done.
All covered.
all that happiness down there.
That's
Okay,
terrific.
here is the beautiful thing that we're gonna do. We're gonna take some Parmesan cheese and we're gonna lightly spread it around. And this is how your pizza should look by the time you're done.
I can't
with it.
wait.
Okay, so you're gonna set your oven to 425, preheat to 425,
425.
and you're gonna go 20 to 25 minutes. Pull it out, take a look at it. That's gonna be a light brown crust.
Right? And if you want it a little more,
Throw it back in.
Exactly,
It
exactly.
can hurt. So let's go ahead and throw it in. Will you grab that top one for me, Uncle?
oh, sure, the top one. Okay, there you go.
All right. There we go.
Okay.
And we wait our 20 to 25 minutes, and then you're ready for
Can't
some
wait.
pizza.
How about now?
Let's do it.
Let's do it now.
Here we go.
Here we go.
All right. So now I think our pizza's ready.
I think you're right. Come.
All right. Safety first.
Safety
Always.
first.
Would you look at that?
Looks gorgeous.
Would you look at that?
It's hot now. Be careful.
Is that not beautiful?
Oi, 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 oi.
There you go.
Love it. Love
Deep dish Chicago style.
it. Okay, that's mine. What's yours?
I'm gonna have to make another one.
Oh, okay. Works
It's
for
the
me.
only way to do
That
this.
works for me.
Now, the best part is when we enjoy. But first, before we enjoy, we're gonna do.
Oh, coming out of course. Of course.
All right. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna grab it, and if it spills out everywhere, that's just
And
fine.
you tell them, the people who don't know, what that is.
These are fresh garden vegetables,
It's marinated
jarred
in olive oil.
jarred in olive oil.
That's right.
Spicy, delicious carrots and jalapenos.
And you put those on sandwiches, in the sausage sandwiches, meatball sandwiches. You can do beef sandwiches. I mean, it's fantastic. Even in salads, it's fabulous in salad. I eat it every day. I got to tell you.
You do?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Knew I loved you.
Well, it's my vegetables for the day.
I knew
I'm
there
a
was
healthy
reason.
guy. I hope.
I think you look great.
Aban.
Here
It
we
should
go.
be about enough, I think. Yeah,
All
perfect.
right.
Okay.
Let me show you.
There we
Do
go.
that
Get
again.
the other one. Yep.
There we go.
Perfect. Looking good.
Isn't that beautiful?
Lovely, lovely. I can't wait.
Our pizza has had time to cool. So we're gonna use our,
Oh,
isn't that
fabulous.
fun?
I'll take that.
And we're gonna take it off of here.
Oh, fantastic.
Isn't that great?
There we go.
Cut her up.
God, he's strong.
Just have to be aggressive with it.
Yes, yes, yes. Oh, gosh, that looked good.
I'm gonna get you the biggest piece here.
This is the biggest piece. I want that piece.
You want that guy?
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Look at
Here
this.
you go, Uncle.
Look at this. Look at this.
Why don't you go ahead and just take a bite out of that bad
Oh,
boy?
Mama. Chindan. Ah,
Did you do
Sabri,
it?
fantastic.
Let me try.
That's mine. What are you doing? You get this whole your own.
Mmm.
Oh, God, this is great. I wouldn't use anything. I don't care. I'll bring it. Give me. One more.
That is fantastic.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
You did it so good.
I couldn't have done it without you. Well, thank you so much for joining us. My name is Rebecca Romano. This is my Uncle Frank, and we are Wise Guys Cooking.
We try. Bye.
Bye now.